Hi, my name is Nicole Brown. I'm a quantum energy healer and twin flame guide. And chances are, if you have found me, you are probably on a hierogamic union journey, or what some others refer to as a twin flame journey. So I was called to come on here today and tune in and provide a healing for the counterparts, a healing for energetic healing for um, the polarities. So I have no idea what's going to come through. I was just called to create this transmission, this energetic healing that will hopefully come to you as support. So I looked at the numerology today and it's 411. And four is a number connected to foundation. Four is um, a number connected to building. And 11 is a master builder number. And 11 is connected to 11 is two ones mirroring each other. So that is similar to um, two aspects, the masculine and the feminine, both mirroring each other, as happens in a spiritual union or hierogamic partnership, or in a twin flame relationship. So, with that being said, tuning into the energy of the numerology for today, 411, I feel like the counterparts are working on building a strong foundation to support their spiritual union, and to support their evolution, their ascension together. So, let's go ahead and tune in and see what kind of support is wanting to come through for the collective. And for those of us who are in a spiritual relationship or calling in our spiritual relationship, calling in our soul's counterpart. So bringing all parts and aspects of you into this now moment from all spaces and places and time, from all dimensions, all realities. Ah, bringing all parts and aspects of your being into this now moment, allowing your mind to soften and relax. Ah, bringing your attention and your awareness to your breath, to the gentle inhales and exhales, and allowing yourself to feel the pulsation of your heart, tuning in to your sacred heart. Ah. All right. And so we are going to take 3 deep breaths. We're going to pause before the exhale. So beginning now, we're going to take a deep inhale, breathing in love. So breathing in now and exhaling love. Breathing in peace. I am peace. And exhaling peace. Breathing in, I am unity. Breathing in unity and exhaling unity. Breathing in, I am calm. And exhaling that calm. through your whole being. And now see, sense, feel, and imagine yourself as this sacred, sturdy, solid, deeply rooted tree. See, sense, feel, and imagine roots extending far and wide from the bottoms of your feet or from the bottoms of your, from the base of your bottom if you are sitting cross-legged. So see, sense, feel, and imagine with that inhale, breathing in, I am grounded, and exhaling that groundedness through your whole being. See, sense, feel, and imagine your roots expanding far and wide all around you, rooting you in and connecting you to our beloved Mother Earth, to that ascended aspect of Mother Earth where Eden exists. So breathing in now and exhaling. We're going to take 2 more deep breaths, breathing in now and exhale. Allowing your roots to flow far and wide all around you, and seeing, sensing, feeling, and imagining your roots connecting in with the roots of other beloved trees around you. We have so much wisdom to learn from our beloved tree kingdom. If you bring your attention to the ancient sequoia trees, one would think that their roots are very deep because they're so expansive and they've remained solidly planted on this planet for thousands of years, withstanding the test of time. However, our beloved sequoia trees actually have a very shallow root system. It's from their interconnectedness of their roots with each other that they remain stable and secure and safe on this planet, and that they are able to span their reach high into the heavens as they ascend. So, thanking our beloved sequoia trees for the wisdom that they have to share with us. Oh, and so now bringing your attention to your heart again, and this beautiful crystal lotus that is within your heart. See, sense, feel, and imagine this crystal lotus, or perhaps you see a rosebud. And with every breath, these petals begin to soften and relax. The petals of your crystal rose heart or crystal lotus heart begin to soften and open with every inhale and exhale. We're going to take 3 inhales, breathing in that sacred essence of your own heart. Breathing in now. And exhaling this essence of your heart through your whole being. Breathing in now from the heart. And exhale through your whole being. Seeing those petals of your heart opening. Breathing in again from your heart, the sacred essence of your heart. And exhale. And now see, sense, feel, and imagine this beautiful light within the center of your crystal lotus or your crystal rose heart. See, sense, feel, and imagine this beautiful light radiating from the center of your heart. And as we inhale, we're going to see this light expanding out and all around you 360 degrees. So breathing in and now exhaling this light of your heart all the way around you, 360 degrees. We're going to breathe in again. We're going to do this 2 more times. Breathing in and exhale, release. Seeing the light expand, the light from your heart expand all around you, 360 degrees. Breathing in again and release. And now allow yourself to see, sense, feel, and imagine how safe and supported you are in this sacred space of your own heart. Oh. And from that beautiful rose within your heart, see, sense, feel, and imagine the energy of your heart sinking and connecting, that pulsation of your heart sinking and pulsating with the heart of our beloved Mother Earth. We're going to take 3 deep inhales, and with every inhale, your heart is becoming more deeply connected and in tune with the heart of our ascended Mother Earth. Thanking our beloved Mother Earth for her love, her provision, her abundance, and her support. Ah. So taking 1 deep inhale and exhaling. Strengthening that connection with your heart and the heart of our beloved Mother. Breathing in again and exhale. And now see, sense, feel, and imagine your heart and the sacred connection that you have with the heart of creation, the heart and the source of all that is. See, sense, feel, and imagine your heart connecting and syncing with the heart of creation to that sacred space of infinite wisdom and oh, and creation. So breathing in and exhaling into the heart of creation. Breathing in and exhaling into that sacred heart of creation. One final breath. Ah, right. And so inviting you to connect to your divine aspect, to this aspect of your being that has been guiding you and supporting you throughout your entire journey. Connecting to your avatar Christed consciousness. Oh. Mm. Allow yourself to see, sense, feel, and imagine this sacred connection that you have with your divine aspect. Perhaps you sense this aspect of your being as angelic or as an emanation of radiant light. Um, Perhaps you sense this aspect of your being as wise, as like an elder. However you see, sense, feel, and imagine this aspect of your being is perfect and right. There's no right or wrong here. Ah. And if it feels right to you, see, sense, feel, and imagine yourself merging with this aspect of your being. This is who you truly are. And now see, sense, feel, and imagine connecting to the God self, the avatar crystal consciousness of your sacred counterpart. Oh. As hierogamic partners or twin flames, you are one. We are one with the divine. We are one with all. And as a twin flame or a hierogamic partner, you share one energy body. And so it is not against divine will to connect to the counterpart of your sacred partner. This is actually in alignment, as twin souls are here to restore the templates of unity. And I refer to twin souls as hierogamic partners. And Hyros Gamos is the divine union with Source. And so, as twin souls, you are also here to restore the templates of oneness. And it's through our spiritual union that we restore those sacred templates of oneness and those sacred divine union templates. And so, what the human self perceives as separate or other is actually one in spiritual terms. And part of the hierogamic union journey is the reunification of the soul back into source, back into union with source and other. And so, or source and self, and source and counterpart. So, as the counterparts come back into alignment and union with each other, they also are on their own journeys of coming into union with their with source. So it's an individual journey of union with source and a journey of spiritual union together back into source. I hope this is making sense. I'm saying too many words. So, so just allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to see, sense, feel, and imagine the sacred connection that you have with your hierogamic partners, God self, with their divine aspect, their avatar Christed consciousness, whatever resonates with you, whatever you want to call it, their higher self. But knowing that this connection is always available to you, it's always here, it's always available to you. And twin souls or hierogamic partners made the agreement that the divine aspect of the other would support you. So your twin soul's divine aspect has been guiding and leading you and supporting you on your entire journey. And your divine aspect has been guiding and leading them on their entire journey. And this is part of the agreement that many twin souls made with each other. Oh. And another part or aspect of the hierogamic union journey or twin soul journey is healing the wounds of separation. And so many of us took on contracts of karmic superimposition, karmic debt. We took on contracts that would um, challenge the best of us. And through these contracts, our souls agreed to grow and learn together through separation, physically and knowing that the physical separation would come to an end. So, though many of us have been on our journeys, experiencing physical separation, um, that physical separation is destined to end. And what happens is most of the time during these phases of physical separation, the counterparts are going through their own purging process. And through the purging, it brings them into alignment with each other. So it's like a sacred weaving that is occurring spiritually and creating a union in the spiritual realms, which then inevitably brings the counterparts back together physically. And if you have incarnated in this timeline with your counterpart, it is for the purpose of reuniting and serving a sacred mission with each other. But so some of us took on contracts that were very challenging, and we've had to do an exceptional amount of growth to fulfill these contracts. But I'm seeing actually that many of these contracts have been fulfilled, and I'm seeing that many of these contracts are complete. And so this is actually this feels really good. This energy feels really good. Like I'm seeing our guidance teams showing so many contracts complete. And these contracts, since they are complete, will allow the twins to unite. It's destined to bring the twins back together. So, so rest assured that you are being supported through this entire process of hierogamic union. um, and that you are being divinely guided and supported every step of the way back to union with your sacred counterpart and to serve your highest mission. Um, Twin souls are counterparts that are power couples. And once they have stabilized their frequency and are in a place of divine union with each other and with Source, they create a frequency set point on the planet that literally uplifts all of those around them and also the planet. And their frequency holds the templates of divine union, the templates of oneness, and the restoration of divine love. So many of us have forgotten what divine unconditional love feels like and what it is. And through our human experiences, um, we've had many experiences that have made us feel less than, not enough, unworthy. But these experiences are not the truth of who we are. The truth of who we are is love, unconditional love. We are one with Source. And through that oneness with Source, we lack nothing. We are love. And many twin flames are on a journey to remembering this and to healing the wounds of unworthiness and the wounds of feeling separate from Source, from each other, the the wounds of amnesia, of forgetting who we are and why we chose to be here now. Oh, and so I'm seeing this beautiful, beautiful bridge opening up before us. This beautiful rainbow bridge. So inviting you and your sacred counterpart to cross this bridge in harmony and in unity. Oh. And so I'm seeing some feel a level of resistance to crossing this bridge. And so bringing attention and awareness to what this resistance is. Okay. So bringing in forgiveness. So I'm seeing that a lot of twins have been on journeys that have created a lot of trauma within the actual relationship. And this is across multiple timelines. So, twin souls and those on hierogamic union journeys, which are basically twin souls, um, have been targeted in multiple timelines because of the power of the two becoming one once again, that restoration of oneness, that restoration of unity. And so twin souls have experienced a lot of trauma in other timelines. And this is part of the karmic superimposition and part of the karmic debt that twin souls agreed to take on because they knew that their love was strong enough to heal this trauma. And through healing this trauma, it ripples out through the planet, through the collective, and even through the biological lines. So, I'm also seeing that through our journey, we've also formed relationships with third parties. These were souls that we agreed um, to experience growth with, um, growth through hardship, growth through trauma, growth through lessons of learning to love ourselves, lessons of learning to trust ourselves, lessons of oh, partnership. Um, But I'm also seeing that some souls have been implanted into um, these twin soul relationships as false twins. So they've been implanted as I'm seeing like a way to prevent true divine counterpart, authentic counterparts from coming into union with each other. So, as twin souls, we hold this higher expanded consciousness of the journeys that we're on. And these souls, these third parties that have been implanted into our lives, aren't always aware, aren't holding that higher consciousness. And that's okay if those souls are not holding the higher consciousness, but it's through our choosing to let go. It's through our choosing to bring the contract that we have with these souls into completion that we literally set ourselves free and also this other soul free. There's a lot of grief connected to the endings of these third party contracts. There's a lot of grief connected. There's a lot of grief that is impacting the twin soul partnerships, the authentic twin soul partnerships. So bringing in a clearing for grief, for the twin flame collective, grief that comes with the ending of soul contracts to third parties. Um, and bringing in God's forgiveness and grace to the third party. So bringing in forgiveness anywhere that either of the counterparts are holding resentment or um, um, I see as a counterpart, you might even be holding jealousy. So clearing any jealousy that is being projected onto the karmic third party contract, clearing resentment and clearing any ill will that has been directed towards any outsider third party contracts. So when one of the counterparts or both of the counterparts has a third party contract, um, both counterparts inevitably um, have made a contract with the third party. So the third party contract does not only um, pertain to the counterpart, it pertains to both. So what I'm seeing is that there's contracts that need to clear between both counterparts and the third party contracts or multiple third party contracts. So bringing in to awareness any contracts that need to be cleared for both counterparts with third parties. So clearing any, okay, so I'm hearing hatred. So clearing any hatred, clearing any anger, any resentment, any envy, clearing any power, any helplessness. So anywhere, okay, so returning all to rightful owner. So returning all power. So anywhere you have anywhere you have given your power away to a third party through anger or through feeling um, like they are a better fit for your partner. So anywhere that you have felt like the third party is better for your counterpart than you are. So anywhere you have felt unworthy in comparing yourself to the third party. So um, clearing all of this now and returning a divine recognition to the counterparts between the counterparts. So, anywhere the counterparts are not feeling good enough for each other, or anywhere the counterparts are feeling like um, they're lacking in some capacity to um, fully unite with each other. So, anywhere there's age gaps, like so the trauma of age gaps between the counterparts. Um, Anywhere um, one counterpart might not feel spiritual enough for the other counterpart, or one counterpart might not feel um, like they are aligned to in alignment with the life that their counterpart is living. So clearing this trauma and bringing in divine recognition and divine alignment for the timelines, the timelines of union for the counterparts. And so I'm seeing that as as you pull back your energy from the third party, um, I'm seeing that the third party pulls their energy back. So anywhere you have been holding unforgiveness towards the third party, allowing this to clear. And I'm seeing that many of you actually have had experiences with a third party that span across multiple timelines. So it's not even in this lifetime that you've had this experience with the third party contract. It's actually the same soul. So I see that this third party contract has been the source of contention, is what I'm hearing, across many different multiple timelines, many different lifetimes. And my awareness is going back to this was part of the nefarious being's plan to derail the divine union of twin souls. So when the false twin was implanted, it was implanted through multiple timelines. So, so bringing in forgiveness, and I'm feeling this in my solar plex. So I'm feeling this in the gut and the solar plex. So, restoring divine power and authority to the counterparts and clearing any negative hooks, cords, tethers, and attachments between the third party and the power center. So, anywhere clearing the trauma of power abuse, clearing the trauma of loss of divine will or loss of sovereignty, loss of divine authority. So, anywhere. Bringing in forgiveness for self and forgiveness for others, allowing the trauma that we have experienced with third party to fully cleanse and purify itself through the grids, through the timelines, and clearing all these contracts that are connected to these multiple timelines and clearing all false holographic morphogenetic imprints, clearing all false twin contracts and false twin flame inserts, clearing code scramblers and code jammers, and clearing the resentment that has occurred through this timeline trauma being on repeat across across the timelines. So I'm seeing like resentment with the feminine towards the masculine for the trauma. Just allowing this to clear, recognizing it for what it is, and allowing the energy to clear and bring in divine forgiveness for self and for each other, and restoration of harmony and restoration of oneness between the counterparts. Oh. And bringing in a source wash through the power centers, bringing in a source wash between the counterparts and the third parties. And returning all to rightful owners. So bringing through a flush of the digestive system, bringing in support for the digestive system, like where this has been hard for you to digest, where this has created disruption within the physical body and the digestive tract, like where this trauma is anchored in to the digestive system. Oh. Oh. Allowing the, okay, so bringing in support for the nervous system. So, where the nervous system has been strained, or where the nervous system has been unstable, where the nervous system has been destabilized from the ending of these third party contracts. So I'm seeing it's been stressful, emotionally stressful, and that stress is like rippling out in creating physical disruption through the nervous system. Um, so allowing the nervous system to stabilize and harmonize. And I'm seeing that the third party's human self may not be consciously aware of what is occurring in this spiritually, but I'm seeing the divine aspect of the third party offering gratitude and acceptance. And I'm also hearing that it's like the third party is also a soul that has agreed to have this experience. And the third party is also a soul that has agreed to discover self-love, to discover love of self and oh, and that this is part of their sovereign journey. So in pulling your energy away. So I'm seeing the third party has also been been like very siphoning, siphoning the energy, like very on an energetic level, they've been siphoning the energy or carrying the grief of you don't love me. And so like putting that responsibility onto the counterpart where it was you know, where that's coming from a place of codependence. And so part of the counterpart's journey is journey from codependence to interdependence. So a journey from like seeking love outside of ourselves from a place of unworthiness to connecting to the source of love within and from a place of worthiness. And this is been the journey of the sacred counterparts as well. And so releasing any guilt that the counterpart is feeling for separating from the third party energy. So clearing guilt and restoring sovereignty to all. So bringing in the restoration of sovereignty to all. Sovereignty between the counterpart and the third party contract, sovereignty between both counterparts and third party contract, third party being returning all energy to rightful owner, returning all to rightful owner, returning all life artifacts, returning all jewels, returning all crystals, returning all flashline sequences, returning all um I'm hearing oaths. Okay, rescinding all consent given knowingly or unknowingly through manipulation, coercion. Return. Okay, so clearing all oaths that have been made with third parties that were made from a place of karmic superimposition, karmic debt, karmic enslavement that are now outdated and not in alignment with thy core organic soul frequency and the sacred law of love and the sacred law of one. So, asking our guardian teams to clear these oaths once and for all, completely, fully, and totally. Clearing entity. Okay, so bringing in a cleansing and a flushing through and a purification through the pain body and the shadow body. So I'm seeing that like the multiple timeline trauma that has happened has created a pain body in and of itself. And so this pain body, so deactivating this pain body that is connected to these uh, karmic timelines. Bringing in a full karmic resolution, or bringing in a full karmic resolution to deactivate this pain body connected to this karmic enslavement that has occurred between the counterparts and the third party. And clearing entity attachment that is connected to this pain body. So clearing, and I'm feeling this pain body is connected to the solar plex. So it's like us giving away of our power, our authority, and our will, surrendering our will. And removing any negative alien devices, any splicing, any, okay, and mending, bringing in a full restoration um, to the solar power center, clearing any splitter technology, any splicing technology, any false cube technology, and bringing in a purification of the power center for the counterparts, and a restoration, reclaiming all divine authority, reclaiming all divine will, and reclaiming all divine sovereignty. Ashia kanaya katia nana tia kamamatia. Ashikala kakaraya shaka. Avushaka maya taya laha. Avala ha kamolaya tia mamati. Sola ra. Ra. Rakaya laha shaka avahalaya adeyata rayasha riyi shaka sayasha. Establishing divine sovereign authority and will to the Ra center, activating the Ra center for the highest and best good of all. And clearing. Okay, so holding all entities and timelines, holding all this trauma in divine forgiveness and divine love and divine grace, commanding the being as sovereign and free, as God sovereign and free. You have a right to return to source or to another time-space continuum for further integration. Please choose now. Oh. Our authority is taken as the Christ under God's sovereign law of one. And so it is, and so shall it be. And I'm also hearing and seeing that some are working through the nervous system stabilizing. So you're going through a spiritual union, though you've not met your counterpart yet. And through going through this spiritual union, it has triggered it's destabilized your nervous system. And so it's destabilized the nervous system because the memory imprint of this trauma has surfaced. And so through clearing this trauma, it will help stabilize the nervous system. So bringing in a stabilization of the nervous system for both counterparts, for all. And so it's like triggered a fight or flight response through the physical body. And so healing that fight or flight response and restoring that sense of safety and that sense of divine protection and that sense of restoring that sense of divine support. So, like, you are not alone, you are safe, you are protected at all times. And um, what you are going through is a is a divinely supported process. So allowing the physical body, so this is being cleared and purged. So bringing through a purification of the cellular memory imprint through the physical body at the cellular levels, layers, through the fascia, through the radial networks, through the nodal networks, all axonal lines, all meridians, and all grids. Um, Asking our beloved guardian teams to identify, clear, and remove anywhere that this timeline trauma connected to third party, to false twin, implantation, anywhere it's connected into planetary grids, ley lines, meridians. Please scan, identify, clear, ah, and heal these grids, clearing it through the individual grid, deactivating um, any trigger events, any timeline trigger events. And hearing to request permission to fully clear these false karmic timelines connected to false twin karmic implants, inserts. So, giving permission to your guardian teams that are supporting and assisting you, knowing that these guardian teams are in 100% alignment to thy organic core heart soul signature frequency, the sacred law of love, the sacred law of one, and unity consciousness. Oh, so giving permission to fully cleanse, purify, and um, remove this timeline trauma, karmic superimposition. Ah, for all, through all, for the highest and best good of thyself, and for the highest and best good of all. Stating our guardian intention as the cosmic, as in service to the cosmic Christ principle of freedom and liberation for all families in all kingdoms, as an energetic reality here and now. Offering love and gratitude to our guardian councils and teams for supporting and assisting us. Okay. And bringing in a source flush and a source wash, a pure source energy wash that is perfect and right for you. adjusting all gender fin ratios as God would have it be, adjusting the cosmic clock of the eons as God would have it be. Bringing in an aeonic polarity calibration. And returning all vector codes and timeline sequences as God would have it be, restoring all to thy organic core heart soul signature frequency, restoring all to thy organic ascension path of God, freedom, and sovereignty. Anchoring in the energies of heaven on earth, activating that sacred remembrance within you of your sacred mission, your reason for choosing to be here now with your sacred counterpart, your mission to restore heaven on earth within, so throughout. Oh. Anchoring in the frequencies of divine union, of union with Source, that divine frequency of self love, activating divine unconditional self love. Knowing that anywhere you have held judgment towards your divine counterpart is simply a mirror for you to search within and release judgment from your own self, to love thyself. Ah, but restoring that divine unconditional love so that you, instead of self love being a concept or an idea or a goal that you work towards, divine unconditional love becomes a state of being, an embodied experience here and now, where you are simply living the experience of what it feels like to truly be loved unconditionally, as if in the presence of God. Restoring that sacred remembrance that you are one with God, you are one with the divine, one with all. And restoring the energy of freedom, of true divine freedom, restoring sacred freedom from karmic enslavement, freedom from karmic trauma, freedom from third party karmic enslavement, freedom from the ties that bind, restoring freedom, divine, sovereign freedom. Freedom for self and freedom for all. Oh. And now I'm seeing that beautiful sacred rainbow bridge reappearing, and I'm seeing like your guardian, your soul family, your guardian teams on the other side of the rainbow bridge. And I'm seeing you and your partner walking across this beautiful rainbow bridge in harmony. Oh. And on the other side of the rainbow bridge, is a celebration. And so I'm seeing this beautiful celebration with your guardian teams, um, with your soul family, with your soul tribe. Oh. And then I'm seeing the activation of your sacred mission, like the activation of your mission together physically here and now, like the remembrance and activation of of your soul song, your mission. So bringing in a remembrance of your soul song and an activation of your soul song as a sacred pair in divine union. Oh. So just allowing you um to receive the remembrance and the activation of your soul song and your soul mission together. Oh, knowing, restoring that divine perfection that even though you may be counterparts, which is opposite, we can sometimes in the very in our human minds um we can feel very opposite or different from our counterpart, but knowing that opposites truly attract and balance each other out. And so there's this beautiful like feeling of being perfect for each other, being restored. So anywhere you have felt imperfect for your twin soul, like allowing this to clear and allowing that energy imprint of divine perfection to be restored. Oh, so just like the magnets, it's like the positive and negative balance each other out and they attract each other. And so it's like the same with twin souls. So what we might see as differences are actually divinely planned, that twin souls um, are absolutely in divine perfection for each other. And even where we feel different from our twin soul, it is divine perfection. And so allowing all of this to anchor in and offering love and gratitude to our divine teams for their support and assistance, and healing the shadow body connected to skepticism. So, anywhere you feel skeptical about your divine union, anywhere you feel skeptical about your counterpart, anywhere you feel skeptical about things working out for you, um, anywhere you feel skeptical that you'll meet your twin soul, or anywhere you feel skeptical that you have a twin soul. So I'm feeling like some of you have been called to listen to this healing, even though you may not have met your twin soul yet. And that's perfectly okay. You are divinely guided to receive this support to bring you into um, divine union with your counterpart to reunite physically as well as spiritually. So, ah, so clearing the skepticism around twin flame union and the skepticism around um, sacred union with your twin soul being too good to be true. So clearing that skepticism, bringing in the energetic support that is needed to fully cleanse and purify this skepticism from the field, from the energy. So the skepticism is connected to the pain body that is part of the trauma that has been experienced for the counterparts. So the skepticism, I'm seeing it like um, when a flame gets put out, how it smokes and that smoke eventually dwindles out and it's like no longer there. So I'm seeing it like the smoke of a flame that's been put out. Like the flame's already been put out. The flame that was energizing the skepticism has already been put out, but the smoke is still clearing. So there's a little bit of shadow debris that is still clearing. And that's not just for skepticism, it's for all of the trauma. So that flame that false flame is what I'm hearing, the false twin flame. The energy that was the energy that was energizing the pain body. So that flame has been put out and the pain body has been deactivated. But there's like the smoke is still clearing from the flame being put out. So there's still some shadow. Ah, so activating the divine crystal fire water to support this. And I'm seeing you and your twin flame being wrapped in a beautiful um, dragon egg. And like I'm saying wrapped, but I'm seeing like this beautiful sacred flower essence. So it's like you're being submerged, immersed in beautiful sacred plasmas and flower essences and divine essences to support the integration and the healing that's come through, and to also support your divine union. And to support the um, grids. So it's like so I'm seeing, so it's like a tender bone. So I'm seeing the grids of divine union being like a tender bone, like a that is becoming more solid, or yes, more solid. So these essences will support you, these divine frequencies and plasmas, all that's coming in for you. And you're being held like in this dragon egg that looks like a bubble. um, and you have your guardian team fully supporting you and assisting you in every way. And so just bringing in that sense of being at peace and rest. It's okay to rest. Like we have all been on a journey for so long. And I feel that many of us are just exhausted. And so just giving ourselves permission to be held and to be supported and to trust in that support. And through this place of surrender and trust, we just allow the divine to do its work in miraculous ways, is what I'm hearing. Oh. So if you are still with me and you went through this healing journey with me, thank you so much. I am so grateful for you being here with me and choosing to receive this healing. Thank you for being part of my channel, and thank you for being part of the energy of this sacred transmission, quantum healing. Oh. Bringing all of your attention and your awareness to this now moment, and encouraging you to spend as much time outside connecting with nature as you can. And giving yourself permission to be so excited and happy and joyous about this sacred new beginning that you are in, the sacred new beginning that is here, and the sacred divine union that is coming in for you.